Thanks, John, and thanks, ladies and gents. I realise it's getting pretty late in the conference. Petronas Resources has a bright future and a commitment to exploration and ultimately mining. We have the leadership, experience and technical capability to take our projects from exploration through to production while continuing to create value through smart deals and disciplined execution. Just over 12 months ago, we progressed a merger with PNX Metals and changed our name from Kin Mining NL to Petronas Resources with the ASX code PTN. We're a diversified resources company with a pipeline of exploration assets in gold, uranium, silver and base metals in Western Australia and the Northern Territory. We're also strategic investors and continue to focus on what we see to be undervalued opportunities. But we're not only after corporate outcomes, we're actively exploring with ambitions to mine what we find. Over the past year, we've deliberately reshaped Petronas into something bigger, stronger and more future-facing. The merger with PNX Metals was a turning point. It gave us scale in the Northern Territory and marked a new chapter for the company. The rebrand to Petronas wasn't just a cosmetic change, it signalled our commitment to a bigger and bolder strategy. Today, Petronas is a multi-commodity, multi-project company operating in Tier 1 jurisdictions. That said, gold is at our core, representing an immediate opportunity, and it's at the heart of our growth strategy. Our goal is simple: build a gold business with scale, quality and optionality. We're achieving that through strong technical work, disciplined capital management and a focus on opportunities that can create real value for shareholders. So why Petronas? What makes us stand out in a crowded junior space? Firstly, our balance sheet. As at 30 June, we held around $70 million in cash and liquid investments, putting us among the best funded juniors on the ASX. This gives us flexibility to explore and develop our projects, as well as pursue new opportunities without needing to come back to the market. Second is our track record. We've shown we can act decisively, whether that's the PNX merger or taking strategic stakes in companies like Aurumin, Brightstar, Emerson and Matsa. We know how to identify undervalued opportunities and unlock value. And third is our approach. We're known for being proactive. We don't sit on the sidelines waiting for things to happen. We look for opportunities, we act quickly and we back ourselves to create value. This means that we are seen as an active participant in the sector, and this is why good opportunities often come our way. And finally, and most importantly, our team's exploration expertise. We've got a track record of making discoveries, of growing resources, and of doing the hard technical work that turns targets into real projects. That capability underpins everything we do and gives credibility to the growth story we're building. Petronas is fortunate to have two genuine growth engines. In WA, we've got Cardinia and Mertondale in the Leonora district, a gold hub with proven resources, infrastructure and strong upside potential. And in the NT, we have the Pine Creek Belt, a vast, underexplored province with scale across gold, uranium and base metals. These two regions give us balance. WA offers near-term development optionality and resource growth, while the NT provides long-term scale and discovery upside in a world-class mineral province. One of the real strengths of Petronas is our people. We have a highly experienced and well-balanced board and management team that brings together deep technical expertise, commercial acumen and operational know-how. Our chair, Rowan Johnson, is a mining engineer with decades of experience leading successful ASX-listed companies and overseeing project development and turnarounds. Most recently, Rowan was chair of Spartan Resources. Supporting him are non-executive directors with diverse skills, Hans-Jörg Plaggemars with an international corporate governance and finance background, and our major shareholders representative, Joe Graziano, a chartered accountant who brings strength in compliance, finance and corporate strategy. And as part of the PNX merger, we also welcomed Graham Asco, a seasoned geophysicist and resources executive, to our board. On the management side, our CFO and COSEC, Steve Jones, has more than 25 years experience in finance, feasibility and permitting. Chief Geologist Leah Moore has 15 years of multi-commodity experience and most recently helped to grow Bellevue Gold's resource base from 1 to 3 million ounces. Leah is backed by our exploration managers, Ria Brabham in WA and Jed Williams in the NT. And of course, myself as Managing Director, I'm a geologist with more than 25 years of experience across exploration, development and corporate transactions. Together, we've assembled a team that's done this before: discovery, development and delivery. With that foundation in place, the strategy, the funding and the team, let's take a little closer look at our projects themselves. In Western Australia's Leonora district, our flagship is the Cardinia Gold Project. It's a 1 million ounce open pitable resource sitting right in the heart of a world-class gold camp. We're surrounded by mills, infrastructure and potential partners. This gives us multiple pathways for a potential development, whether as a standalone project or through toll treatment. Earlier this year, we upgraded the Mertondale resource. We saw an almost 20% increase in grade, a 30% increase in indicated ounces, and now more than 300,000 ounces are in the indicated category at Mertondale. Significantly, over 60% of contained ounces at Mertondale are now in that higher confidence classification. That's real progress and further de-risking of this asset. The upgraded resource at Mertondale and those at Cardinia are the foundation of our current scoping study, which will guide us around potential development options for this asset. Exploration in WA continues to deliver. At Koi and Merlin, both of which are a long trend and immediately north of existing resources, we're seeing strong results, which has allowed us to define significant exploration targets at both Koi and Merlin. Importantly, this trend remains open to the north with anomalous gold mineralisation intercepted in historical drilling. From a greenfields exploration perspective, the Cardinia project continues to deliver new targets. At Guppy, which is just 5 kilometres south of Cardinia East, recent follow-up RC drilling has returned 13 metres at over 2 grams per tonne from 105 metres and 5 metres at nearly 2 grams per tonne from 74 metres. These results confirm another fertile structure within the broader Cardinia trend and has the potential to feed into our growth pipeline. This is exactly the kind of incremental discovery that builds project scale and positions us for development success. Together, Cardinia, Mertondale and Guppy define a strong growth corridor that will continue to expand as drilling progresses through 2026. Turning to the Northern Territory, the Pine Creek origin is one of the most underexplored yet richly endowed mineral provinces in Australia. It has a 20 million ounce historical gold endowment. It's also one of the world's great uranium belts and a proven belt for base metal, particularly volcanogenic massive sulfide or VMS deposits. We now hold belt-scale tenure across Pine Creek. We're applying modern exploration techniques to ground that in many cases hasn't seen systematic work in decades. In the NT, we've made the decision to adopt a back-to-basics exploration approach, integrating new data sets to define the next generation of exploration targets. We believe that this approach will accelerate discovery and reduce exploration risk. A key initiative we've undertaken is the first ever belt-scale lag and soil geochemistry program ever conducted across our NT tenure, and we collected over 4,000 samples on a 400 by 400 metre grid across our entire tenement holding. We're seeing some really exciting results and have defined kilometre-scale anomalies across several key areas. By combining these latest geochemical results with new structural models and geophysics, we're building a pipeline of fresh, high-quality regional targets that simply haven't been tested before. We've already commenced infill sampling across a number of targets, and planning, including drill permitting for our 2026 field season, is well underway. In addition to these exciting exploration projects, we already have around 300,000 ounces in potentially open pitable resources at Fountainhead, Glencoe and Mount Porter. These are shallow deposits, which means they can be expanded quickly and efficiently with further drilling. Mineralisation remains open along strike and at depth, giving us confidence that there is plenty of room to grow beyond the current resource base. Fountainhead in particular is compelling because it comes with mining and processing approvals already in place. That's a huge head start in terms of optionality. We know we can develop if and when we choose, but just as importantly, There's a clear exploration upside. The system remains open with shallow high-grade hits and immediate expansion potential around Fountainhead and Talio. So it's not just a permitted project, it's a platform we can grow while keeping the fast-track development option on the table. Just like to touch briefly on our other NT projects. On the uranium front, we have Thunderball, a high-grade discovery in a district that's produced globally significant deposits like Ranger and Jabiluka. Historic drilling at Thunderball has delivered bonanza intercepts, including 10 metres at 2.5% uranium oxide and 13 metres at 0.7% uranium oxide. To put some context around that, 1% uranium oxide is roughly equivalent to 15 grams gold. This year, we've been back diamond drilling with a seven-hole program designed to extend the mineralisation and test structural controls. And we're continuing to see outstanding results at Thunderball, and I'd refer you to our announcement this morning for more details of some of the drill results. And of course, base metals at Hayes Creek. We've already have a global resource of nearly 200,000 tonnes of zinc and 16 million ounces of silver, with potential for significant gold and base metal credits, and more than 40 kilometres of untested prospective stratigraphy ahead of us. The NT is about scale, it's about optionality, it's about building the next generation of projects in a proven district. Alongside our own projects, we also invest strategically in others. We target undervalued juniors with strong ground positions or complementary opportunities. We like to take meaningful stakes, support management, and we can bring our technical and commercial expertise to the table if required. For shareholders, this approach builds optionality. It gives exposure to a broader pipeline of discoveries and creates leverage. If our investees succeed, Patronus shareholders succeed alongside them. This strategy has already paid dividends. We've backed companies like Genesis, Brightstar, Emerson and Matsa, all of which have grown. So why should investors be looking at Patronus right now? First, the macro backdrop. Gold is in demand as a safe haven asset. Second, the leverage. Patronus offers exposure to gold, silver, uranium and base metals. Few juniors can offer that kind of commodity diversity. Third is the platform. We've already got more than 2.4 million ounces in gold and gold equivalents across WA and the NT. We've also got high-grade uranium and base metal resources with serious growth potential. Crucially, we have the balance sheet to fund exploration, project development and opportunistic acquisitions without needing to come back to market. The next 12 to 18 months are packed with activity. Drilling and new discoveries at Cardinia and Mertondale, development studies also at Cardinia and Mertondale, results from the Thunderball uranium program, including an updated mineral resource estimate, additional assays from the Pine Creek Regional Sampling Program, and most importantly, multiple drilling programs planned for 2026. This means strong news flow, multiple points for value uplift. So the timing is right, the platform is in place, and the opportunity is clear. I hope you now have a better knowledge and understanding of Patronus Resources. Presentation is available on our website, so please have a look there if you want more details. And I'd like to thank you for your time today. Thank you.